So as you can see from the title of this video is a review of the Dragon's Blood Season 2, where I will talk about my thoughts about this second season. And since I'm obviously going to talk about the contents of this second season, I want to let you guys know that this video will contain spoilers for the Dragon's Blood Season 2. So you guys have been warned. But if you guys already watched the Dragon's Blood Season 2, let's begin. So starting off, I want to say that I really enjoyed this second season, just like I enjoyed the first season. And I know that a lot of people have been pointing out that this series was too rushed. However, I personally like this fast-paced nature of this series because I'm not really into slow and boring stories with a lot of talking and all that. So the pacing of this series was okay by me, but I know that everyone is different, and I do agree that this story might have been better if the pacing was slowed down just a bit. But that being said, I don't really think that it's the creator's fault because both season 1 and season 2 of the Dragon's Blood series each had only 8 episodes, and each of these episodes only lasted around 25 to 30 minutes. So it looks like this series has some kind of time constraint issue. So I think the creators of this series probably had to improvise when they created this series. And personally, I think they did a great job utilizing the 25 to 30 minute episodes that they were provided with, because clearly they packed a lot of content into these 8 episodes, and I think we should all appreciate that. I mean, the overall story was great, because although there were many storylines going on at the same time, by the end of this season, they all converged in a meaningful way. So it's pretty clear that they did a great job. And on top of that, this series had great music choices, interesting story arcs, introduction of new characters, whether it being completely new characters or existing Dota 2 heroes, and even some fun scenes mixed in with the more serious main story. But I do have one problem with this season, and that is the fact that almost everyone in this story is a dragon, or at least related to a dragon in some way. So we have Davion, who merged with the Eldworm Slyrak, Oroth the Winter Wyvern, who has a human form, Lina and Rayla have special connections to dragons, Kashura is a void dragon, and Mirana is connected to a worldworm. And I personally felt like this was a bit too much. Sure, they did explain why some of these characters are connected to dragons within the series itself, and some of these characters like Davion, Oroth, Lina and Rayla have pretty good reasons to be connected to dragons, and Kashura is sort of okay to be a dragon, I guess. But the fact that Mirana also had to be connected to a worldworm felt a bit overdone in my opinion, because according to Mirana's in-game lore, she doesn't have any connections to dragons whatsoever, let alone a worldworm. And I know that this series is about dragons, but does everyone in this series secretly have to be a dragon? I mean, this series is named after Davion's in-game ability with the same name. So clearly, Davion is supposed to be the main focus of this story because he is the one with the dragon's blood. But when everyone and their dog is a dragon in this story, Davion's so-called dragon's blood doesn't seem to be special anymore because everyone is secretly a dragon. And to make it worse, Slyrak actually left Davion's body at the end of this season. So basically Davion is just a normal human now, while Mirana is now this all-powerful worldworm sun goddess thing. I mean, is she a human, dragon, god, or a demigod? I really don't know. And if this trend of characters secretly being dragons continues on to this third season, they might as well make Kaden secretly be a fusion dragon, Bram to secretly be a sidekick dragon, and Nesar to secretly be a bear dragon or something. And this is why I feel like Mirana's connection to this worldworm is forced and unnecessary. And it almost feels like they're trying to make Davion a side character while making Mirana the main character. I mean, Mirana's worldworm transformation is basically like Jean Grey's transformation to Phoenix in X-Men, where both of these characters were effectively promoted to a whole nother power level because of their transformation. I mean, the similarities between these two characters is uncanny, and all of this focus around Mirana in this second season made it seem like this whole second season is sort of like a detour that is solely focused on making Mirana this all-powerful being. Don't believe me? Let me explain. First off, the main character of this series, Davion, is mostly useless like I said before, and on top of that, Terrorblade's presence is almost non-existent in this second season, which, in case you forgot, Terrorblade is supposed to be the main villain of this story, and honestly I wouldn't even blame you for forgetting him, because he was not much of a threat in this second season, because he was too busy cosplaying as all people, video calling Invoker, and ordering Fimrin to deny Invoker when he's clearly a hero and not a creep unit. Deny him. So as you can see, Terrorblade is going around doing stupid things throughout this second season, probably because he has nothing else to do, because the Eldworms are pretty much dead and Terrorblade doesn't have anything to collect at the moment. So yeah. And on top of all that, almost all of the new characters that were introduced in this second season are dead by the end of this season, and it almost felt like they are introduced just to be killed off. I mean, even Marcy had to die for Mirana just so that she can shine. So do I really have to say more? And this is why I feel like this whole second season was like a detour where nothing prominent really happened, because the main hero, the main villain, and the newly introduced characters were just going around in circles just because this season was way too focused on making Mirana this special character. So personally, I didn't like this Mirana Worldworm story arc. But hey, maybe it's just me, but that's just my opinion on this whole Worldworm and Mirana thing. But anyways, all of that aside, when I watched this series, there was one thing that became clear, and that is the fact that the trailer analysis videos I did recently on this second season was mostly a success, because most of the things that I speculated and predicted in those videos actually ended up happening in this second season. And believe it or not, the only episode that didn't have something that I predicted on was only episode 5. And all of the other 7 episodes had something that I predicted in one way or another. So I was pretty happy about the fact that my predictions did end up happening in this second season. But the sad part is that I would have predicted way more things if I had the time. Because some theory videos that I was gonna make never really got released because of various reasons. Like that Eldworm video that I promised like a year ago but never really got the time to make. And some of the things that I was intending to explore in those unfinished videos also came true. But sadly, I cannot really prove these claims because I didn't get to release those videos. So I'm kinda sad about the fact that I couldn't post those theories that I had in my mind because of the time restrictions. But at the same time, I feel like it was for the best, because if I blurted out every theory that I have about this second season, I would have spoiled the majority of this season for you guys. And that's exactly what happened to me, because although I did enjoy this series, a huge chunk of this second season was already spoiled thanks to the theories that I had in my mind. So thanks a lot, brain. But I guess that's the downside of theorizing too much, because surprises don't really come easily anymore. So basically, my brain is like that one annoying friend who watches movies before you do and spoils the movie for you all the time. But instead, in my case, that annoying friend is my brain, which the last time I checked cannot be separated from me. So yeah. So I did what any sane man would do and spoil the season for you guys too, which is kind of the reason why I made those trailer analysis videos for you guys to suffer with me. Nah, I'm just kidding. Or am I? You'll never know. But anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I know this is not the type of video I usually make, but I wanted to share my thoughts about this second season with you guys while also trying out something new. I mean, I did give you guys a heads up at the start of this year that there will be new kind of content going forward. So I guess you can say that this is one of those new content types. And also, like I said in my recent community post, I'm currently remaking that anime alternate universe theory video, because this second season did add some extra info and credibility to support that theory. So I'm currently trying to figure out how to incorporate this newfound info into that theory, so it might take some time to release. But in the meantime, I'm going to release a video talking about Marcy's death, which is something that I intentionally left out from this video because I think that topic deserves a video on its own. So stay tuned for that video because it will be out soon. But anyways, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos like this, and comment down below and let me know your thoughts about this second season of the anime, and also let me know what you guys think about this kind of content, because I would love to know what you guys think. And with that said, I also want to say that there will be more Dragon's Blood related videos coming out in the future, and maybe I will even post those theory videos that I never really got to finish, like that Eldworm video that I promised like a year ago. But I won't make any promises this time around, because I hate making promises and not following through, and I really hate what happened with that Eldworm video because I never got to post it. But you know, things happen and sometimes you can't keep your promises. So let's see how it goes, and I will try to post those theory videos in the future, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.